Pinball Adventure!
Okay, we're doing this one today. Oh, what? Okay. Let's see, it's just a demo, so we're just gonna start it up. Now, I know a lot of you don't like my review. What? Ah! Oh, what happened? Why? I crashed and restarted. What the hell? What just happened? What happened to me? Did I do it wrong? Did I not read something? That's impossible. Okay. Q&E, A and D. Oh, that's... Oh, right. Shifts and left shift. Okay, alright. That's actually really good. And then A and D for your flippers. Okay. I can see how that'd be comfortable. Alright. Okay, grow a tree, knock it down. Okay, space. That's intuitive. Very nice. Wait. Shit. Wait. What is happening? Am I kidding? What about flippers? Oh, these are, oh, okay. Okay. Now, I mean, most pinball games in the past, PC pinball games, they rely on the shift buttons. But this is a bumping the machine kind of thing, isn't it? I guess I should have read that better. All right. Okay. And it's got a nice animation to it when it hits. I see that. Oh, cool. Now, this is interesting. I like the coins. Very cool. And I'm honestly, this is a little bit more fun than I granted it. But man, I gotta get that. Let's see. Maybe if I just put one hand on A and then one hand on D. Yeah, that feels better. Because if you're a classic pinball machine player, the brain is set up, it's split down the middle. So you're gonna want these to be shift. You're going to want to turn these around, either that or have an option to turn these around. Because like, that's going to be a big thing standing in the way. Now, as a pinball player, I mean, yeah, that's it's really weird to have that set up on one hand. Now, I know when you're developing it, it feels right. You know what I mean? You've been developing on it for a while, but like, honestly, yeah, it's where we're at. Now, you're gonna have to forgive me. I've been gone for a little while. I got banned from... I got banned from Reddit. Okay, hold on. Gotta focus on those parts. I want to hit right. But see, I don't think it matters. It just... Okay. My first complaint, I think, and this might change, is I'm not aiming, really. I'm aiming maybe for that, but... I don't know. I kind of launched off... I don't know, it's a bit confusing. Like, for a pinball machine... And see, I feel like I'm being a little bit more critical than I normally would be. Okay. You can click... Alright, you might want to set an option up on keyboard there, too. Now, I saw your video, or, well, I haven't watched it yet, I'll be honest, not yet. I was looking for the game so I could do this. And then I saw that you did one, and I felt horrible because like I was supposed to do one, and yeah, I've been going through a few things lately, and not to make excuses or anything, but like yeah, I had a death in the family, so yeah, I had to figure that out. But other than that, I am back, and we are playing games again. Now I know y'all care so deeply about that, and screw you! No, I'm kidding. This pinball machine is missing something. It really is. I understand that these are all going to be puzzles that are set up, but like, man, you're going to lose people, like, right off the bat. Number one, the machine might... Well, not my number one. Number one, this number one. Oh, cool, I can hit the coin. There are some cool aspects about this, though. You know what I mean? The coins, like, I feel like whatever he was trying to do here, he was trying to make up... What the... That was kind of cool. I mean, he's trying to make up in features, is really what it boils down to. And some of the features, I mean, I gotta say, are kind of cool. The mushroom growing out randomly and cutting down the tree, kind of neat. But yeah, reaching over for my mouse there, that would probably be another thing. Not having ramps or level switches, that's, again, people that play pinball are gonna look at this and go like, yeah. And like, I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? And although, like I said, this is a little bit more fun than I anticipated it being in the trailer. It's got a feel to it. It's got a flow for sure. Like the ball, again, that way it shapes when it bounces off and gives it a little bit of a speed feeling, because I know in making pinball machines, the biggest problem is that ball going through the sides, man. So you're limited to a particular speed. So that's one of the biggest problems when you're trying to set up ramps in a 3D pinball machine. Like, that's why you don't see very many of them. It's because there's a big problem with that. All right, here we go. See if I can keep this going a little bit longer this time. But I did want to get this done because, like, again, like I saw that you did one right after I agreed to do this, and yeah, there was a few that I fell through on that, like, they get upset and they took their game somewhere else, and I apologize for that. But at the same time, I don't know. There were a few there that were. Okay, so and I'm gonna be probably a little bit more selective in the future too. Like, if you just put, like, 15 minutes into a vibe code game, which I don't know, some of those weren't, like, but I don't know, like, there's something when you don't have any animation whatsoever and you clipped everything, like literally everything from you gotta have some graphic design in your game. You know what I mean? Like, and AI could probably do that in the future, but as it stands, those games are really, really, really dry. And I'm not saying this is this. And don't get me wrong, I am not talking about this game. This game, he put a lot of work into this. The floating background, I noticed, like, someone was having trouble with the, nausea or something like that with the background. I'm not really having that. I tend to focus really hard on the pinball machine, so, but I don't get much of that either. Like, I've developed in VR and I did that, during the DK2 days, and there was like 15 for. Oh no! I saw that coming. Whew. Okay, let's focus on getting that tree. I'm sitting here talking crap, can't even beat it. But I'm not really talking crap. It's just critical. Again, because this is what really people are going to be critical about a pinball game. Okay. Another thing, I'm not entirely sure. It's not readily evident all the time what we're going for. That might help. So just get mushrooms, get mushrooms. This is slightly reminiscent of the PONG game that came out in PlayStation 1. Had a lot of fun with that. So I would recommend maybe that as a feature, because, like, I think that might be a strong suit. Is, since you only have this set up to half the keyboard, maybe put another set of paddles up at the top that you can control as well on the same keys, right? So this one would be left, top, and bottom, but another player can come up and control the top ones. See, like, I think that would be a nice, easy. Okay. I think that would be a nice, easy, not crazy easy, but like a way to avoid, the rails and a few of the other things. And I haven't gotten very many levels here, so I haven't been able to review much either. I might get into the next level and just wet my pants, because, like, straight up, it's that badass. Okay, so, and I changed my opinion is very fluid when it comes to these kinds of things. So, I don't mind. Oh, there's the tree. There's the tree. I don't know what I did to get the... Maybe I had to hit all three of those white buttons. I'm thinking that might have been the thing here. Okay. I got another chop on it. Yes! I'll help from down here. Cut the tree down. Cut it down! Cut it... Oh, nice. Nice. We got another chop on it. Yes, boy. Okay. Cut down the tree. Okay. What's next? Do I have to hit the buttons again? Regrow the tree? Oh, this is the demo, right. I saw a couple other levels in the trailer, so, like, I wouldn't expect entirely to see those right off the bat. Oh! Oh, boy. Now, I see the way other people are doing their videos. Yeah, I see them. I see, like, you know, and I don't think they're very, like, I don't know, the newer ones that get a lot of views, I don't think they're very personable. And, you know, if you want to get to know someone, you got to get to know someone, not put you know, a you know, flow chart in front of them. And I might be a little dry, a little boring, a little long-winded, but I think we can work together to get this done. God, what does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Wait, I lost? High score 72,000. Alright. We gotta set an endpoint. You know what I mean? We gotta figure out how we're gonna do an endpoint. Because I think this might be the only level. It's just chopping down infinite levels of tree. You punch the tree, you get the wood. You punch the tree with the pinball machine to get the wood. Alright. But you might put a few more levels in the demo, too. Maybe 1 or 2. You know what I mean? I noticed that you had quite a few. So, like, and, you know, like, this is me complaining about not having enough free stuff. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. No, you have a pretty good year. Like, an array of stuff is definitely a good thing to have. And that, again, that's what I did see in the demos. Okay. So if this is the only one, this might be kind of short. But let's go ahead and set out a goal of 100K. And I hope I'm giving it enough of a chance there. Because, like, maybe it does have a couple levels. And I'm just cutting it off early. And I don't want to do that either. I feel like I might have done that to a few games. But, you know, you can't let it get... Oh, wait. What are those? Yes. The last one there. Yeah. The fence has just come back up. Okay. Got another tree here. Okay, that got a little cool. That got quick. More of that, please. All right. And so a few people took their games down because I didn't live up to my agreement. You folks, I apologize. But I didn't want you anyway. Okay. I'm just kidding. You guys, like, straight up, like, I understand. Like, straight up, if you, I mean, you can dislike me all day long. I don't care. It's up to you. Basically, I'm on a positive flow path here. And I'm going to do work when I feel like I need to do work. And I did a lot of work. I mean, I did a lot of free work for people. You know what I mean? And, you know, some of those people, I'm not gonna lie, they didn't even subscribe, bro. They didn't even, like, they're like, no, man, we don't like your video. You're a terrible person, and you need to pack up your stuff and get the heck off Reddit. And, you know, like, I considered it. But I considered getting off Reddit a long time ago. And, like, straight up, like, I don't know, it's just too much traffic to ignore. You know what I mean? And I know they're still stupid. Okay, maybe they're a lot stupid. Like, their NFS, not safe for work stuff is, like, their toggle is really broken. And there are a lot of other things that are just, I don't know, authoritarian, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. You get that on Discord, with Discord mods and everything else. And, you know, like I said, you get lots of bad attitudes on there. You know, you'll post something, you'll get a negative right off the bat, but then the community tends to come in and support. They don't support me, but they tend to support other people. Nah, I can't say that. A lot of you actually have made some really beautiful comments, and a shout out to you guys too. Anybody that's commented on my my YouTube channel. That makes my day. It makes my universe. Yeah. I like communicating with people online, and I don't know. I end up working too much, so I don't get to do that a lot. So again, like I've had a few people correspond with me for a while, and yeah, any of you, feel free to hit me up. And here's an open invite. I know you're listening to me, the guy that made this. I do have a few suggestions, but more so, I noticed you did your own video, and if you would like to coordinate a few times, like maybe double up on a video. I'll jump in one video box and you jump in the other. I'm definitely not shy when it comes to putting my face on video. I just don't think people want to see it when they're looking at a video game that they're looking to try or buy. So that being said, I'm trying to do things in your guys' best interest, but again, I think a coordinated effort might be just the thing. So if you want to like mix this up a little bit, hit me up. I'll give you my Discord and everything, and or you can just join the Discord over there on Reddit. I already have one up, the Discord unlock thing that nobody clicked on. Okay, so this is the crazy part about the Discord. Like, I have one person in there, and he's been in there for 2 weeks, and he randomly dropped in. He saw it in a listing somewhere, and like, he not even a part of the community, but he is involved in everything that's indie games, ironically. So he dropped in, he's like, what's this about? And I was just like, well, I created this as a landing. And he's like, oh, cool. And now I'm kind of like an idiot because, like, again, we're the only 2 people in there, and I do have a third, but that's my girlfriend. So yeah, if you go in there, Gigglebit is my girlfriend. So like, just so I'm not trying to pump the numbers or anything like that. I try to have her help from time to time, but like, that's kind of what led to my Reddit ban. Everybody's kind of wondering what happened there. She ended up posting in pixel art, and I got banned from pixel art because like I posted something they didn't consider pixel art. But it really was pixel art, and it was good pixel art. And I don't know why I got banned. I don't know if they didn't believe that I didn't do it, or didn't believe that I did it. But yeah, I got banned from there. And then she was doing some posting for me, and she accidentally hit it again. And yeah, so we were bye-bye for 7 days. So we're back. Again, it was actually kind of a nice vacation. I needed a breather. I did quite a few videos in a row there, and I was putting a bit of stress on myself to get them out. So yeah, we're just going to kind of do this relaxed. If I don't get to your video right away, I'm going to try to get to your video. I always go to my wall and I scroll who's next. And some days, like, I just can't get around to it. Some days I do. So again, like, I'm going in order. If you leave your post up there long enough, I will get to it. So again, that's kind of the agreement. For now, I do want to start being selective in the future because, again, people are being a little bit stingy about, engaging with this content, and I get a lot of, like, I don't know, downvotes and stuff like that, and I don't know, like, I put work into this, so I whatever. But again, like, at some point I will have to start getting selective because I just can't play. I mean, some of these videos, it's just going to be so dry that nobody's going to watch, nobody's going to play. You just need to do a little bit more work on that game. And I hate to say it, and I hate to be critical, but this is, one of the most critical videos I've done. I've been really friendly up to this point, and even when I'm critical about something, typically I blame myself or, something along those lines, just because it's a lot more fun to act like a goofball. And I'm not that much of a goofball. I play a lot of games. I make games. I make art. I make pixel art. I am across the board experienced in these things. So let's go ahead and retry here. I got a little bit carried away in talking. But with all that being said, I kind of wanted to get a little bit of that tension out of the way. And again, sometimes we have to be critical. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to be... And that's what a game review is about. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just go and give hugs and participation trophies. Again, sometimes people just need to do a bit more work on their game. Or do a little bit more reading or, learning about what they're doing before they publish. And again, that is not this game. I don't know enough about this game. I'm going to be honest. Like, if I had a few more levels of this, I might be more inclined to give a more definitive opinion about that. But as it stands, yeah, there isn't a lot here. let's be honest. And like, I mean, I'm going to be critical about this game. The ball, at the same time, I really like the ball. But no, we're being critical. We're being critical. Okay. So yeah, options on the keys is going to be huge. Going to be huge. I like the coins. The coins, they don't break, you know, momentum or anything like that because there's too many of them. You're not overflowing anything. The wallpaper is a bit of a phoned-in effect. I'm going to go ahead and say you could probably add that animation, like set it up in stages. Okay, so like screen shake is going to be one of your friends. Like, I know you have a little bit of that going on, but at the same time, the screen shake should be probably coordinated with that background. The other thing is I see you got your little arrow going on here. You need more of this. More of this. You need to get back into that program, and whatever program you're illustrating in, and do lots more of these, because this is going to give the feeling of your table, whereas the grass background obviously feels like the regular background. So again, I know it feels kind of complete to you because it's cool, you know, you the one animation, then you know, wallpapered it, and it's satisfying. But that satisfying feeling isn't going to be translated to your community. The texture on the ball is really nice. I think the texture gets better as time goes on, along with a few of these things that I'm talking about. That's why, you know, again, they're going to get more criticism that I think this game deserves, because in a demo anyway, than not providing a couple extra levels so they can kind of see what they're doing and how it progresses. With that all being said, I really do like the table. It was a good start. I do notice you use the same model for every table. That's probably not a good thing. You need to go a little bit farther in depth with modeling, and again, that arrow that we saw, that was a nice indicator, but like, again, we need that all along the table. We need to feel your art. We need it, like, and again, that's what's gonna speak to people when it comes to a game like this is the art, because pinball machines aren't just about functionality and game design. They're much about the craft, trade, and design of the pinball machine itself. And like, that's what, again, unfortunately, the audience that you're catering to, they're going to be very, very particular and picky about that. So anyways, that's pretty much the entire game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if I missed something. I will actually do this one again if I've missed like levels on this, but I'm pretty sure this is the entirety of the game. So I really appreciate you sharing it with me and sharing it with to the Indie Game Garage. And again, if you want to take me up on that offer, go ahead and hit me up. If you'd like to play this game, hit up Indie Game Garage on Reddit. You will find quite a few games there to play. You take care of yourselves and each other. All right, and if you'd like to support Indie Game Garage, you can hit the like, follow, or subscribe as usual. Or if you'd like to go a little bit further, I have made an application called Orbic. This is something that resides on your desktop. It's made for presentation and application. We can set it to kind of a fast spin here. This is our fast one. It goes slower than this. I don't know if I should make it faster or not, but another thing is we can open a folder here, and it went to the other screen because I had it on the other screen. But yeah, you can close the folder. It works like a mini taskbar, and you got your time, and these can be enabled and disabled through the menu, and you can add your own icons, you can add your own nucleus, you can easily move it around the desktop, and you can sort out your applications. If something's in the back and you just can't access it, no worries, you can access it from the back. This is a program that I came up with, and I feel like it's a pretty cool program. Might have a few bugs here and there, but like I said, I have battle tested it pretty good. And like I said, if you want to support me just a little bit more, go and check this out. We have a free option for you as well if you would like to check this out before you buy, and you just want to, you know, get used to it, see if it's something that's actually you can actually use or not. It doesn't have the taskbar or the time, but it is the full Orbic application, so you can go and grab that for free. No limited trial, no keys, no nothing. In fact, I don't really, you know, put that much effort into security much at all. I do have keys for the pro version. If you decide that you want to buy the pro version and then share it with all your friends, I do not track this. So again, like,
it's something that, again, I just kind of want to put out there. And if you want to support me, go ahead and drop me the money. Otherwise, you're going to get it for free, whether you like it or not. Thank you. Take care of each other and yourselves, of course.